everybody, real quick. I ended up losing both of the videos that I edited today, and just a quick rundown. Got 3 loads, one from Utah going to Lathrop, California. Lathrop, California going to City of Industry, California, and then Riverside to Phoenix. Well, I did the Springville to Lathrop. On Wednesday, got to Lathrop, realized one of my loads were gone. Short story, I ended up getting another load, picking up on the 1st, going to Texas. I ended up going to the yard, got there about 3 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd in Phoenix. I ended up getting the dash cam right here put in. So that's great. So on the 2nd, got that done in the morning. Went to get a physical done, and then we headed to Brookshire, Texas, and that delivered on the 4th. It was scheduled for the 4th. Got there. If you guys seen my short, I sat on Sunday. Sunday was the 4th. Alright, Monday comes around, check in, they didn't take us. They're telling me my load was supposed to be delivered on the 2nd, when my load technically was picked up on the 1st. That's about almost 1,800 miles they're trying to tell me I was supposed to be able to get there. Which, on our system, and everybody else knows, it was scheduled for the 4th. Then we ended up just getting a reschedule for the next day. So I sat Sunday, sat Monday, and then today's Tuesday. So we finally got unloaded this morning. A couple hours go by. I told them I was deadheading. So I was going to deadhead out of the area, because I know there wasn't anything in Houston, and yeah. So let the dispatch know. 45 minutes I was going to take off. 30 minutes later he calls me. Like, go ahead, it's pretty much dead. So, yeah. So now we're here in Lancaster, and I don't know what's going on. So, long story short, I just sat this week, and I lost. Today would be, you got Sunday, Monday, today will be Tuesday, because driving up here is a loss if I'm not here to pick up a load today. So 3 days so far, and I only got 1 load under my belt for this week. So I'm trying to be positive, but it's not going that well right now mentally. But it is a little stormy outside. I don't know how bad it's gonna get, but it's pretty cool, because it was thundering and lightning, and the only reason why I have the truck on is because I was heating something up, and it's about 77 outside right now. So when I figure out what's going on, I will let you guys know. Alright everybody, we are still in Texas, Lancaster yard, and I did my walk around, started checking the truck, making sure everything was good, and lo and behold, I have a flat drive tire. So yeah, can't really say how long it's been flat, but it's literally flat. I found out why it's flat. There's a bolt or screw. It might be a tap screw. So I don't know. Alright everybody, we're out here in Vernon, Texas. We were going to be sitting again today, but they had a load that needed / I was able to pick up today out here in Vernon. back down to Fort Worth, see if I could drop the load, because last time it was supposed to be a live load, but they said I could drop it, and then go from there. If I'm able to drop it, we're gonna go deadhead to the yard, bobtail to the yard, and wait for our next load that goes to Phoenix to get there. And we need to be in Phoenix by no later than 8 o'clock on Friday. Today's Wednesday, so we'll go from there. We'll just have to find out and see. Alright, so we are loaded. It is 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10:20. We got out of there 20 minutes ago. We came to this gas station truck stop. I told him to go ahead and do what he feels like he needs to do. This load is 40,000 pounds. I slid it to where I wanted to see where my gauge was at, but I'm still a little light on my drives. I have half a tank of fuel, and I'm still a little light on my drives compared to having a 40,000 pound load, which I thought they loaded it front heavy, nose heavy, but I think he balanced it out pretty decent. So we'll find out, because he wants to scale out, because I was just going to slide the tandems further back a little bit more. So when he gets scale ticket, we'll know for sure. So we should be down there about 1 o'clock, 1:30. And yeah, we'll just pretty much go from there. I'm hoping that we're able to Alright everybody, so we made it to Fort Worth, Texas. It is going on, what time is it? 2:15. 2:15, we got here at 1:30, and we're headed to the yard. We're able to drop in hook, so drop this trailer, drop the load off, hook up to an empty, now we're headed back to the yard. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Got up this morning, took off about 10 o'clock this morning or so, somewhere around there. Drove 60 miles, topped off with fuel, got back on the interstate, drove another hour or two, and then I came to this love. I think it's Beard, Texas. I butcher names, sorry, but I'm over here at the Lowe's. As you can see, my hood's up. Now, it is kind of weird how it happened, but let's go out there and I'll show you what's going on. Now, as you can see, my coolant is pretty much, it's empty. I was going to take this off. I took all the bolts off and everything because I wanted to clean it out. Because you see that crap in there? Now, me looking at it, I'm thinking it's from this piece. Because this piece is what broke that I'm about to show you. This goes on here. I believe this is the heater, what is it, the heater core line? Basically, that's what it's supposed to look like. Now, this is the inside. This was stuck in there, but it was literally all the way in here. Now, if you guys deal with plastic, you already know these aren't fucking easy. These aren't easy to get out when they're threaded all the way in and tight. So this was somewhere, got it backwards. Come on. Pretty much like this. That's how that was in there. But that was straighter. But that's how it goes, right? Now you see the bottom part? It's not plastic. Only because it was already swapped out. Now, the only way I got this piece out, and as you can see, it's a little beat up on the inside, but I'll show you what I use to get this out. Alright, I use this. Where did that piece go? I use this to get it out. Let me go find that piece again. So pretty much this piece, let me put you up there. Now that's truck. This piece was in there. I use this. Now this, I had this in my toolbox for years now. It's for like PVC pipe, like when you got your sprinkler system coming up out of the ground. Well, when the threads break off from the PVC, you still got, it looks like this, but inside. Well, this, you stick in there, push down, and you see how there you got teeth going left? That way it grabs it, and you can turn it out. So all I had to do was tap this in there, and I use a ratchet with a socket, and I just twisted it out. You probably didn't see none of that, but pop it in there real good, and then turn it, and it'll come out, bring it out. So right now we're just waiting on the Loves to go get me the part. I did bypass it. I was going to bypass it. Well, can't say it was, because I did bypass it. I looped these two lines together down here, so it was like that. And I was just gonna run it 25 miles. I was gonna have to fill this up with water and get down there, and then I was gonna end up having to drain it anyways. But instead of me doing that, Love's is gonna go get the coolant and the part to replace this one, because I'm gonna have to get a longer line, plus the fitting to where it's the metal fitting and not the plastic one. So yeah, but other than that, we lost our Vegas float because of it. Technically didn't lose it, depending on how long it takes them to get the part here, because it's not that long. As you can see, one end just pops on and you got the clamp. Freaking fly. One end it just pops on and you got the clamp. Well, the only difference is you're gonna have a metal piece going in here and then going in there. Pretty much just look like that one. That's what it's gonna look like. So with that being said, let's see, and we'll get back with you guys later, because on all reality, I was just coming here to get Dev for the truck and then have the student take over, because he was about to get his 10-hour break. And as soon as I turned in here, I heard like a noise. It was weird, like a popping noise or something. Didn't know what it was. And then when I pulled up, I did basically a setup to do a straight back. Once I got in the spot that I'm at right now, my coolant light came on. My low coolant warning light. So, of course, I looked in front of me and I seen a flood of freaking coolant. So I turned the truck off and that's what I found. It took me a second to find it, because there was no coolant up here. It was all back here, and then you start looking down there, over there, and then it was just right there. So yeah. All right, so they got the part on there. You guys hear? Only reason why I didn't do it is because I didn't have anything big enough to get in there to tighten it like I needed it, like I need a. So yeah. And they're gonna just cut a line long enough that goes from there, comes up and goes in here. Then we could put coolant in there. Wish I was able to take this off and clean this out, but what can you do? So see how long it's gonna take. Alright everybody, it is 12:16 and we are in El Paso, Texas. I ended up letting the shop put that piece in because I didn't have a wrench big enough to tighten it up once it got on there. But other than that, it's ready to go. And I'm cleaning the windows right now. He's taking a 30-minute break. See how freaking nasty it is? It was a lot worse throughout. And that's the difference. From this to this. It did look like this before you start driving. And then it ended up looking like this. And half of this was during the day too, so. Part, blue line, goes up to there. Still look good. Coolant, we did stop to put more in because it burped. So, yeah.